Hello, I just wanted to have a quick chat about something that you see a lot at British UK fairs and in antique shops and antiques malls and places like that, and it's the old button stick. And a button stick is a bit of an unusual, probably quite a British anomaly, and it's an item used to go around the buttons on your tunic. So for example, if I look at this one, you would insert that into the button would stay there, and you would clean the button without putting any cleaning materials or cleaning substances on your tunic. So quite an interesting sort of unusual item of British kit, and really I wanted to just show you some varieties. We bought these in this week and they'll all be going on the militaryshop.com website, but you've got the very basic plain ones like this, just generally unmarked, just a flat piece of brass that slides onto the button and you can clean it. So there's the plain one. Then you have the more ornate one, which is used for different angles and shapes of things. I guess there's specifics for those, maybe for around cap badges on a hat and things like that. Very often, as is the case with this one, War Department marked, and if you look in the tiny lettering, quite often there's a date in there. So that one I think is dated 1972. So we have that style. There's another style there which is not that common. Standard one again there, fairly plain. It's got a hole in the top, probably for mounting into a kit bag with a piece of string or something. Another plain unmarked styled one there. The Bakelite ones we come across quite a lot, and they're like a compressed card. We'd say Bakelite, but it's probably more like a compressed card. Very often, as this has, it's got somebody's initials and their service number on it, so he can identify his own kit. Another plain one there, but this time it's got a 1972 date on the top of it, and you wouldn't think they'd be using something like that in 1972, but apparently they were. So here's another one, shaped slightly differently to the others. Again, it's got a service number on there, so the guy who owned it put his number in there, stamped it in. Then we have other types of, this is more like Bakelite. I would describe this as Bakelite. War Department marked there. No other markings other than a soldier's number on it. So again, he's tried to identify it as being his own property. I'll come back to this one in a moment. This Bakelite one has got an Air Ministry mark on it, so it's an Air Force, Royal Air Force issue piece, same as the other one, or very similar to the other one, but just with Air Ministry marked on it. Another one there with the soldier's number on and a War Department arrow, if you can see it there. And then finally I wanted to just go on to this one here because it's quite detailed, and these we tend to find are earlier. They might be late Victorian, but probably First World War period, generally not dated. There may be some information on the patent number that you could look up, but just a probably commercially available rather than a military issue. But it says equipment protector, and it would fit around all the various pieces of your equipment, and you could measure, you could clean around your buttons and your cap badge and other things, your brass belt buckle maybe, things like that. So just a quick look at some of the variety of button sticks, as we call them, that we get in at the military shop. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed that.